Hello, everyone. It is a great honor to attend this conference on image. I am an associate professor in Beihang University. Jing is a graduate student. We both at the School of New Media Art and Design. The subject of our talk is machine emotion and its abstract nature. We will give a detailed analysis of AI-generated images, machine emotion, and aesthetic appreciation. Our talk will be in 4 parts. In the first part, we will discuss the machine emotion. Then we will examine the epistemology of machine algorithms and their abstractness. After that, we will explain the perceived affection of machine-generated and the mirror narrative of machine vision. Finally, we will make a conclusion and take a look at the perception of machine itself. First part, what is machine emotion? We know that emotional expression is directly related to the transmission of facial expressions. There are 2 major emotion classification models. One is basic emotion theory, and the other is emotion dimension theory. The concept of basic emotion is deemed as a classification that defines a group of similar emotions. So these emotions are marked by the extents such as joy, happiness, or ecstasy. Many scholars, Ekman, Tomakin, Minsky, they all have tried to classify the basic emotions. The dimensional emotion uses some indicator to measure the emotion intensities, which means the extent of how behavior is affected by emotions, such as stimulations, energy, and activation. Why do humans want to endow machines with emotion? Picard found out 4 motivations, which reflect a human-centered orientation. Enhancing the human-like characteristic of machine appearance, intelligence, behavior, and make a deep exploration of human emotional cognitive structures with the help of machines. However, opponents usually argue from 3 ways whether machine truly possess emotion. First, emotional machines is controlled by the symbolic role-based system. Second, AI is based on human emotion models. It is also constrained by them. Third is because the perspective of motivational choice, machines cannot generate emotion. Focusing on the emergence of machine subjectivity, scholars view machine behavior as an intrinsic emotion through the regulation progress, which imitate neural regulation mechanisms. Machine can do decision-making and emotional expression based on some situation. So, only when emotion influence behavior, it can be considered as possessing emotion. In other words, intrinsic emotion is with the center of machine emotion. In addition, some research attempt to establish a bridge between the physiological emotion and computer computation, thereby reflecting the changes in certain neural substances in the human body through the digital changes in machines' computation. Second part, the epistemology of machine algorithms and their abstract characteristics. Abstraction is the core of computational thinking, and mathematics provides a tool for formulating abstract structures by constructing, manipulating, and reasoning about the quantitative relationship between objects. GAN as an important model in AI, constant of games training between the generators and the discriminators. So information, codes, language, and abstraction are integrated. Through the algorithms, they are transformed into the images with the basic elements. AI-generated images are the progress of analyzing, reasoning, and decomposing program domains. Data undergoes the progress of extracting and obtaining concepts. It is also a digital coded images as an information and a symbol system. From its epistemological perspective, machines recognize abstract and extract concepts, model problem domains, and realize functional through the human order, which has the meaning of informational creative construction. This also constitutes a deeper integration of machine in logic and empirical aspects in a formalized manner, which reminds us of how abstract artists detach from the representation of material nature. In Piet Mondrian's artwork, composition with red, blue, and yellow, we could perceive the attachment and classification to unify the accidental and imperfect characteristic of objects. His method is to purify the language and reduce objective word to the most basic lines, colors, forms, and the other orders, forming integrated, logically harmonious abstraction. In fact, Michael Noll, a pioneer in physics who first used digital computers to create images, also generated an algorithm. These images imitate Monge's paintings by using the computer IBM, the 7094. Space Opera Theater is an image created by Jason Allen with the AI platform Midjourney. We could see the computers are not only tools to imitate, but also possess the ability of exploration and delicate production. So, in the algorithm, cognition and practice are quite connected. Let's take a look at images generated by NST. This works based on the training of activated gram matrix, presenting as computer-captured style of the image. Undoubtedly, both images are generated by mechanical motivation under human language commands. They are not confirmed to pose any emotional effectivity of artistic creation. However, based on the algorithm of human cognitive functions and information handling processes, algorithms have the autonomous essence of practice action and also provides the possibility for us to explore the internal emotion constituted by machines. Moreover, the mechanism is precisely the criterion for expressing perceptual experience based on the human neural network. In addition, thanks to the AI computational mechanism, large language model can analyze the motivational selection progress of humans and other organisms through the algorithms. With the further enhancement of machine, its application will even influence human decision-making. We can expect a comprehensive reaction system integrating perception and behavior. In the third part, we will talk about perceived affection of machine-generated images and the mirror narrative of machine vision. First, the AI-generated images possess a certain artistic value in terms of their appearance to move the audience. We all know some AI-generated images have a poor quality, and sometimes they are accumulation of symbols and fragments, like these images on the left. However, before these images being viewed and perceived by humans, images are just a result of algorithm construction. In fact, a computing program is the solidification of emotional relationship. Take AI generated composition as an example. We can only perceive it just as musical figures. Then the images on the right is the formless recalls of songs. It hasn't been sung yet. Only when images engage in an individually reflective communication and collaboration with the audience, then we can perceive the images, not focus on the obscenity of the images. American philosopher Newton Goodman raises the question of whether perfect forgery can be a work of art, but instead he asks when its art is much more important. Goodman accepted the works of Johannes Vermeer and the work of Magritte. He proposed that viewing is not immediate pleasure of satisfying audience experience, but on images through the practice and training. By then, with the full preparatory works, we call the images as a work of art. So on our topic today, when a viewer does not appreciate work with an expert method, but merely views on the AI-generated images, the images can be called a forgery, but viewing these images constitutes learning and training for subsequent appreciation of other works. On the other hand, Goodman also brings out the audience perception. He believes the reviews and the comparisons on the imaginations is most need in the perceiving. Michael Polanyi illustrated the viewing method based on the subsidiary awareness. When we perceive the images, the moment of the emotional mechanism occurs between the free switching of recognizing images as a virtual imitation and the mental association left by machine traces. The artwork on the right captures the intersection between machine and human affection, emphasizes the alienation and the emotional shock with the cold, calculated precision of technology. So AI-generated images reveal a deviation from the judgment standard of traditional artworks. But the LLMs and the AI platform also further encourage the public to approach art to achieve an artistic attitude towards the true art or forgeries, and even update the affection perceived from these images. This includes the goal-orientedness and abstractness of the interacting entities, and constitute the reflexive interactive emotions in the context where the perception, concepts, and the affection are mutually mixed and mutually functioning. For humans at the center of visual culture of images, the boundless images are invisible but floating and changing. Machines extending the stimulation of bodily sensory perception. Early datalist Altman envisioned an optical form that would convert visible images into audio-visual signals, shorten the distance of the subject's perception through the signal transformation, and constructing a new path of reality through the machines. Currently, computer vision systems not only present the abstractness based on the LLS models, but also construct a description from machine image analysis to the machine output imaging. Computer vision also provides artists to explore the autonomy under the horizon of image itself. The Chinese artist Xu Bing interprets the abstract concepts extracted by the computer vision systems from the image classification to explore the difference and the similarities between the infinite interface of computer codes and human viewing. In the study of invisible images, the artist Peglan reveals the cognitive forms and rules behind the codes and data of machine-generated images on leveling, classification, and reading, as well as the ability of new technological images to provide machines with certain forms of expression. The four clauses on the left explore the intersection of AI surveillance and visual perception, using the same technology on the military surveillance systems. About the work on the right, Fanon, artists transform the abstract mechanical concept of interfaces into a visual representation of Frantz Fanon, this reducing his identity into a lifeless, mechanical gaze portrait. These images present the AI trained by irrational things. We can see the abstract appearance of things recognized by machines as the non-existent through the massive symbols about human dreams. So we may re-examine the realm of machines and explore the relationship between its vision and the technology. Jerome Magran proposed the concept of situated agency, believing that individual behavior is not only determined by the internal psychological states, but is the result of interaction with the environment in different situations. Then, in the touch, reflection, recognition, and even recreation of watching the images which evoke the human's reflection, constitute the visual collapse of the traditional crops. This kind of watching and perception carries the possibility of ideology or capital manipulation. Then we can see machine images are the abstract condensation of thought, power, history, and the future. Here's our conclusion. First, machine algorithms that facilitate decision-making express internal emotions by influencing humans' behavior. Second, based on the epistemology of machine algorithm, we thought of the artistic value of AI-generated images in terms of abstraction, induction, and practice. Moreover, under the intersection of machine vision, we discussed the emotional metaphors that viewer perceived. Finally, based on the intelligence algorithm, we explored the gaze and perception of machine itself. The images gradually jump out free from the cognitive to non-material expressions around events and progresses. Machine-generated images are not only an abstraction of the perception in this phenomenal world, but also reflect the methods by which humans mark themselves in codes and symbols. This following practice of marking and generating images are shaping our lives, decisions, and affections, gradually changing the human cognitions. Perhaps only when we are no longer confined to the former results of machine-generated images can the affection and perception evoked by human-computer interaction take effort, leaving only the reflection of oneself. As the Chan master Qingyuan Weixing said, one sees all things as they originally are. Thank you so much for listening. 谢谢。